What? Hey, man, you a whole bitch. Catch a nigga like him with that Glock and shoot the whole world. Yo, hey, I made my flow switch. I'm a dog.
What it is, YouTube? It's your boy Tokyo here. And today, we got a crazy video. I ain't gonna lie, this shit is fucking wild. This is daughter murdered mom to keep her dirty secret. And the fucking thumbnail, I don't know if that's the truth about it, but that's wild. I ain't gonna lie. This is by Real Crime Physiology. We about to go ahead and check them out. This is my first time. I think it's my first time seeing her channel. I don't know. I'll be watching a whole lot of these, so shit. Different, like, it'd be so many of these, bro. I ain't gonna lie, it'd be a whole lot of these, bro. So I don't be knowing which channel is which for real. But if y'all want to see these videos, like these type of videos, I might not pause as much because it's only 35 minutes long. So we ain't gonna do that much pausing. But yeah, if you like these type of videos, make sure you subscribe, like, and check out the channel in the description. I'm sorry, I'm high as fuck right now. So check out the channel in the description down below, and we better go ahead and check it out.
911, what is your emergency? What is going on? Hello?
My mom was a knife.
Who has a knife?
My sister. Quick! Oh my God! Quick now!
On November 16, 2012, at approximately 1:15 a.m., 13-year-old Megan Zanella called 911 in a state of shock.
Nigga, bro. Alright, no, I just said I'm not gonna start. I just said I'm not gonna be pausing as much, and here I am pausing. But that shit fucked me up, dog. I ain't gonna lie.
She witnessed the horrifying scene of her foster sister, Sabrina Zunick, fatally stabbing her mother, Lisa Knofel. However, the story takes a shocking turn when Sabrina claims to have no memory of her actions.
Recall coming out of the bedroom with a knife in your hand?
No.
Oh, you had a knife. And you stabbed Lisa.
I did.
Yes, you did.
Sabrina masks her guilt with a facade of innocence, but the detectives are on the brink of unraveling the family's dirtiest secret. As damning evidence surfaces, it leads them to the sinister mastermind behind the crime and reveals a motive more shocking than they could have imagined.
Does he ever tell you, hey, you can't tell anybody about this?
All the time.
What did you say in response to that?
I would never do that. Tell on him.
Lisa put up just a miraculous fight for her life, a literal fight for her life. But there was just no stopping Sabrina. She was determined to kill Lisa, and she did.
Sabrina, rather than fleeing the scene, remained there, having sustained several stab wounds herself during the attack. In a state of shock, she was taken to the hospital for treatment. Just 10 hours after the murder, she was brought into the interrogation room where she claimed to have no recollection of the horrific act she had committed.
What do you recall?
Yesterday?
Mm-hmm.
Getting done with my homework? I don't know. And that's it.
Mm-hmm.
And going to bed.
And we're at home?
Mm-hmm.
What, anything unusual happened?
I don't know. Everything went fine according to what I knew of.
Mm-hmm. What happened?
Starting
from when you got home from school yesterday.
Sabrina's attempt to recollect the recent events and claiming of having a normal day leave the detectives rather unimpressed. They were well aware of the narrative she was trying to form. The unoriginal tactic of suspects to feign amnesia after a traumatic event was something the seasoned detectives had experienced countless times. However, it was too early for them to call her out on her facade. So, they resorted to a slower but more effective way to communicate with her in the hopes of a confession.
No.
I got home. I went to drive home. Then we had hamburger helper. And then I went back to doing my homework. Stayed doing my homework till like 1. I went upstairs, no, it was like 12. Went upstairs, tried to go to sleep. I couldn't go to sleep, so I went to go get some Advil. Ibuprofen. Because my head hurts, because I have really bad headaches whenever they feel like it. And after that...
Where did you take ibuprofen from?
In Kevin's bathroom. That's
where
it's held. Kevin and Lisa's bedroom. That's where it's held.
Kevin and Lisa's bedroom? Okay. Where is it at? Is it actually in a medicine cabinet? Okay. Is it on the first shelf, the second shelf, the third shelf? Do you recall?
I believe that there's only 2 shelves.
Okay.
And it's on the bottom.
On the bottom shelf?
So you went in her bed. Is her bathroom in her bedroom?
It's connected.
Was Lisa still awake?
I don't know. I just remember going in there, having the bottle, starting to shake it to get the meds, and then I'm gone from there. Thank you.
Okay. Do you remember what the bottle said?
Ibuprofen.
Damn, she got cut her
White,
hands.
there's orange around it.
Okay.
Are you
Wait,
allowed
so
in
was
that
the
bathroom?
mom, did the mom have a knife too, or no?
Advil or something.
Cause how she get cuts?
I call it
How
Advil.
she get
It's
stab
alright.
wounds and shit?
Other than that, no. Not unless they're there or, we're told to.
So what did Lisa say to you then when she saw you in there?
Don't know. I don't know if
You
Lisa...
didn't hear us?
No. I don't remember anything at that point on.
What do you remember?
Everything except...
Were you taking any illegal narcotics yesterday?
No. Don't do drugs.
You don't do drugs? When was the last time you did drugs?
3.5 years ago.
3.5 years ago? Okay. You have not had any illegal drugs since then?
The detectives questioned Sabrina about possible drug use, both to assess its potential connection to the crime and to determine whether it might influence the reliability of her answers.
Okay. You were at home all night yesterday? Okay. After you ate dinner, did you have this opportunity to say goodbye to Kevin?
I was at the computer desk.
You're at the computer
I
desk?
don't know. I went to the living room also because I was printing my bracelet. I mean, I was in the living room, I was in the kitchen, and I was in the office. That's it. Excuse me. I mean, I believe so, yeah, he just said bye, because he always says bye to everybody.
Okay.
And then we either say bye to Billy kisses him. Well.
Okay. You had an argument or anything with Lisa last night?
No.
No?
Everything was fine.
Everything's fine? Okay. Have you had these type of issues in the past where you just don't remember things?
I'm not positive. I mean, I know I was in my other group homes. When I was in a fight with other people, I blacked out. And I don't remember it.
Have you ever been checked?
What do you mean, the
Like,
psychiatrist?
medically? Yeah.
Yeah, I go to a psychiatrist.
Okay. And you take,
Vyvanse Fluoxetine.
okay. And what are those meds for?
The Vyvanse is for ADHD, and
Okay.
Fluoxetine is for mood stabilizer/anxiety.
So it kind of stabilizes your moods? Okay.
In a later interview, Sabrina disclosed that she had been diagnosed with ADHD at the age of 4 and also struggled with oppositional defiant disorder, or ODD, anxiety, depression, and bipolar disorder. While these conditions can contribute to memory issues, they do not sufficiently explain Sabrina's claim of having no recollection of the events from the previous night. In fact, these were merely her claims, and there was a possibility of Sabrina trying to have a defense plea of insanity.
What do you
That's
think
kind
you
of what
have in
it
your
seems
hand?
like. I ain't gonna lie, I was
know.
thinking that.
I was saying that I'm being charged with homicide.
Well, we're investigating it. Do you remember blood being all over you?
No, but I can see it all over my legs.
There's blood all over your face, there's blood all over your body. That's why you're not in your clothes. Do you remember your clothes?
I remember being in the hospital.
It becomes clear that Sabrina is faking memory loss, as she recalls details
bro,
about
for
everyone
real.
else, but claims to draw a blank regarding
Like
her actions.
I'm trying to piece together what's going on. But it's like she's not really saying anything, bro. And it's like, what the fuck actually happened? I don't like. It's talking about what secret did she have, bro? Like, what secret? I don't know if I want to believe the fucking thumbnail on some real shit. I don't know, because the thumbnail may be lying for real shit. But like, if that's the case, like, what the fuck? What the fuck is wrong with your ass, nigga? Like. Man, I don't even know.
A more
bro.
sinister motive might be at play, and she could try to appear insane to evade the consequences of her actions. When criminals try to fake insanity, memory loss is often used as a tactic to dodge specific details. But what shocked the detectives was the motive behind the murder and the revelation of the mastermind who had planted the idea of insanity in Sabrina's mind.
What happened to your hands? I mean, did you see when they were at the hospital what your hands looked like?
No.
You didn't see it? So you don't know what's wrong with your hands?
They obviously been cut because they told me that.
They were cut? It's cut pretty bad?
5 stitches.
How many?
5.
5? In your, what, right hand?
2 in one and 3 in the other. I don't know which one is 3.
Okay. Did you see the stitches? Did you see what they did? No. You have no idea how that could have happened? Nothing?
Lisa's death was violent, but she managed to inflict defensive wounds on Sabrina in the process. In pursuit of a breakthrough, the detectives inquire about Sabrina's foster father, Kevin Knofel. What they uncover goes beyond their expectations, exposing the family's darkest secret.
How do you get along with Kevin?
Kevin and me are cool. I mean, he's more the one that helps me out. Because this has Megan to deal with. Megan has mental instabilities herself.
Okay.
And so we made agreements a long time ago that if I need anything, that I could go to Kevin. And if it was major that she needed to be involved in, then he would ask, but not to be concerned about small things. Because it's already stretching her out. Because of her job, and Haley, and Megan.
Initially, Sabrina and Lisa shared a close bond, but that changed when Sabrina began to feel that Lisa favored her daughters over her. This belief is thought to have been instilled by Kevin, with whom Sabrina grew closer as her relationship with Lisa deteriorated.
How about with Lisa? How do you feel?
So how old is she? That's my question.
The best. I mean, I've never tried to hurt her.
That's the thing I'm trying to figure out. How old is she? Because she's like 18, 19. I don't know, bro. Like, that's still kind of, that's like, what the fuck? Like, even at that age, like, you know, like, you have younger siblings, and you know, like, even if she felt jealous, you feel me? Like, you shouldn't, like, you should know that, alright, I'm old enough, I'm older, they're younger, so they should have more care type shit. But even with that, it's like, I don't know, bro. And they saying about the fucking, the dads talking about putting, like being in their ear and shit. I don't know, bro. Like, that shit is kind of weird, bro. Like, dead ass.
Never had any thoughts of hurting her. I wasn't going to be pausing. Yeah, it's been...
Not going to be still pausing.
Mental abuse from her to me. She put her hands on me, not fighting, but restraining me so I wouldn't give an iPod to her. And I don't know. I don't know. She's never seemed to like me, and she's been wanting me out of the house.
By addressing the obvious issue directly, the detectives hope it would help jog her memory and get her into revealing more details.
What's your thoughts on how Lisa is not alive now?
What?
What is your thoughts on that she is not alive? Maybe you didn't understand. That's what we're talking to you about.
She didn't kill me.
She said that.
You should have told me I did it.
Yes. But most of that blood was probably hers.
That's why we need you to concentrate and think about what happened.
Sabrina pretends to be unaware of Lisa's death, but the detectives remain unmoved. Lisa endured the onslaught, suffering 178 stab wounds. Her injuries ranged from numerous defensive wounds on her hands and arms to devastating wounds where the knife was twisted with such force that it severed an artery and even cut through bone. The sheer viciousness of the attack also resulted in the blade itself getting bent. How could Sabrina possibly expect Lisa to survive such an attack?
There were nearly 180 different types of stab wounds, defensive wounds. I mean, wounds that were called complex because they were, the knife was jabbed in there and twisted.
There's always two sides to every story, and we want to know what you had to say about it. And we know you were there. There were officers that got to the house after they were called.
Yo, I don't know about y'all, but that seems so personal, bro. 178 times in total? Bro, that's personal. You wanted her gone, bro. And you don't remember that? You acting like you don't remember that shit, bro? Like, come on, dog. I never just killed nobody, so I can't even say, like, you can remember shit like that. I don't know if you can. Shit, I don't fucking know. Like, nigga, I get high every day. Fuck. But, like, nigga, you up in here stabbing your mom 178 times. That is so personal, bro. There was something between them that she said, you know what? Fuck it. We about to go ahead and just take her out. That's it. Like, just take her out just like that. Like, what the fuck, bro? That shit is crazy as fuck, dog.
So, we just need you to focus on what happened. You were doing homework, and you got yourself to the bedroom to get the medicine. What you need to do now is bring it all together and think real hard about maybe what happened next. And then that'll explain how you got some wounds to your hands. Okay?
What's gonna happen to Haley, Megan, and Kevin? What's gonna happen to Haley, Megan, and Kevin?
Haley, Megan, and Kevin are all safe. They're at home right now. Haley's with Judy. Alright? And Megan's with their dad. And Kevin's with Judy also. Anything coming back?
No.
Recall coming out of the bedroom with a knife in your hand?
No.
Well, you had a knife. And you stabbed Lisa.
I did.
Yes, you did. And Megan called the police.
That can't be true.
Bree, it is. I'm sorry.
Through her diminished emotional responses and disorganized thoughts, Sabrina is attempting to frame the events of November 16th as a psychotic episode. However, the detectives see through this futile act and keep the focus on her.
I've never been a murderer.
We need to know.
Well, now you did.
To think about it. We need to know how to help you, okay? And we don't know that until we need to get some facts and find out what's going on. And that'll give us the best course on how to proceed from here and help you, help the family, and go on from there.
What do you want me to eat?
We don't want you to say anything except the truth, and we just want you to think about it, because something happened by the time you were getting your meds in the bathroom there for your headache, and then one of our police officers arriving. So something happened in between that time, and we're just trying to get to the truth of that and find out what happened.
I don't know. This is really dead.
Yes, it's dead. Sorry.
I don't believe this.
That's why we're here. Try and put it all together.
Can I just...
Yeah, I'll get you something out.
Try and figure out what happened. Okay? We know that you and Lisa had a struggle with a knife. Lisa was stabbed multiple times.
Please.
Oh, here. Yeah.
She already can't even use her hands, bro.
Although Sabrina has agreed to answer questions, there's a high likelihood that the detectives will struggle to extract any valuable information from her.
Nobody else is hurt.
Nobody else was hurt. Thank goodness.
Has there been maybe an argument between you and Lisa? Maybe it had something to do with your iPad or anything like that?
That was a long time ago.
A long time ago?
And yeah, the cops were called on.
Okay. Did you get your iPad back?
Yeah.
Or iPod, whatever it is? You got it back? Where should it be at the house?
My book bag.
In your book bag? Okay.
Right pocket. Mesh pocket.
Okay.
Right side.
Do you have a Facebook account?
Yes.
You do? Were you on Facebook last night?
Yes.
Talk to anybody?
Yes, but not much.
Not much? Were you instant messaging anybody?
Yes.
Who?
This kid named Bobby.
What's Bobby's last name?
I don't know.
Do you know him?
Yeah.
How do you know him?
Skating.
From skating?
United States.
You go to school with him?
No.
No? How old is he?
15 or 16.
Okay, so a little younger than you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm usually just helping him. He has mental instability.
Okay. Have you ever thought about homicidal or suicide thoughts?
No. I mean, a long time ago. I've been stable for so long. I've never had any doubts like that.
The detective shifts focus again, inquiring about the iPad and her friend, topics that Sabrina seems to recall without trouble, as opposed to her apparent lapse in memory regarding the crime itself.
Where do you think you got the knife from?
I don't believe I got the knife.
Yeah. And you had a knife.
I don't believe it.
You gotta believe it, bro. You stabbed your moms. I don't even know why.
Remember when you came to the house, you had the knife in your hand.
Are you sure it wasn't self-defense?
Yeah.
I don't
That
remember.
was 178 times, bro. There's no defense in that.
And ordered you to drop it.
Past defense.
Did I?
Way past defense, bro.
Yes.
Why do you say that so iffy?
You did.
Well,
I said it like that because if they hadn't, you could have been hurt.
You threw the knife down and they made you get on the floor and put handcuffs on you. Do you recall that part of it there?
The little bit that I recall being on the floor drooling, and then that's it.
You remember Megan coming in?
No.
No.
Remember Haley coming in?
Megan and Haley were both there?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So you're saying everything. So what you're saying is true. You're telling me Haley and Megan saw me or her mother?
Mm-hmm. Correct.
Nobody needs to see that.
No.
You're right.
Right.
I mean, it's just between you and Lisa. Nobody else should have seen that.
No. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Ow! No.
What's wrong with your shoulder, hon?
I think they gave me a tetanus shot.
Oh.
Sabrina draws attention to the pain in her arm, likely as a way to gain sympathy or deflect further questioning. However, it's nothing more than a tactic to stall.
Nothing's coming to...
No.
Remember Megan or Haley saying anything to you?
Remember Megan trying to pull you off? Her mom? Telling you to stop?
She was saying stop over the phone and
In
everything.
there. And trying to pull me off of her.
Brian, it's true. You right and wrong and truth and a lie. Do you remember any of these things?
Nothing except for what I told you.
Okay. That's what happened.
Is everything gonna be okay?
Just
not with me.
No, it's not going to be okay for a lot of people. I know some things for sure. I know Megan was yelling at you to stop. Do you recall any of that?
No.
I'm going to tell you how I know this because she called 911 and I could hear both of you in the background.
Uh-oh. Why can't I remember this?
I don't know. That's why we're talking to you. I don't know. Nothing. Do you remember it would trigger anything like this? You ever had a situation like this ever?
No. I've never. No.
You ever sleptwalk before?
Yeah. With my grandma a long time ago.
Yeah. What happened then?
I was in her bed and I guess I just tried to walk out of the house. Just come back and it laid me down.
I mean, this is what happened, but you honestly do not remember?
You know where the knives are in your house?
Yes, but that's only because I either use them to cook or I put away the dishwasher.
Recall going to the kitchen last night and grabbing a knife?
No.
Sabrina insists on her memory loss, but she can likely sense the skepticism in the detective's voices. Her story carries little to no credibility without any prior history of such incidents.
I wasn't in the kitchen last night.
I don't know which knife it was. Do you remember which one it was? I don't know.
Play that long?
I used that.
Do you know that knife?
What it looks like. It's like just bling.
Black handle? Probably 9 to 12 inches.
That's a big ass knife. Bro. You used a fucking steak knife to kill your fucking mom, bro. Like, that's one of them big ass knives too, like a butcher's knife. That's a butcher's knife, bro. Some real shit, bro. Use a shit a butcher's knife to kill your mom, bro. That's crazy, bro. Not even like the chopped ones, like the long, the long big ass steak knives. Might put a picture right here or somewhere. But it's one of those, bro.
Very sharp.
Yeah, I probably know what the fuck it was. I'm just saying shit.
Is it a wrench edges or is it straight sharp?
I believe. Don't recall, to be honest with you.
Say that bit dented though, so you would use
You
all
ever
your
punched any
fucking
holes in
strength.
your wall? You ever slammed your door open where the door handle?
Those were both there from Megan.
They're from
Before I
Megan?
got there.
Okay.
She has huge major issues with ink.
Okay.
Pulling up on me multiple times and hit me and then claimed that I tried to stab her with a butter knife. And you can ask Laura, which is Lisa's sister, and Kevin. We were all there when they went to training. She made a big deal out of nothing. Because she got mad about Laura not wanting her waffles, and I was buttering mine. She goes to hit me on my arm, and they would have restrained her hands because she wasn't going to do more. I brought a knife in my hand, didn't have time to put it down, but it was space. It was always the floor. She's trying to struggle to get her hands away from mine. By the time I have it, the knife is in between our two hands. And they claimed that I tried to kill her. She's also claimed that Kevin tried to kill her.
Without additional documentation, it's hard to determine if this event truly occurred. Sabrina is either fabricating or exaggerating the story to discredit the claims of her foster sister.
Honestly, she has some huge mental instability.
It kind of...
Because none of us ever...
So she's like... It's like... With that story, she really trying to claim, like, pin all the anger, at least, on her sister. And then, like, I guess in a way, like, to trigger her anger or some shit. They like some, oh, well, they also said I tried to stab her, kill her, all that type of shit, because she hit me or whatever. Okay, bro, what the fuck? Okay, alright.
Ever tried to hurt her, or anybody else.
You can tell she lying, though.
Why do you suppose your clothes were dripping with blood?
What is that noise?
They're releasing the door and it makes a loud click noise.
I'm not sure how to do that.
Shoot, I'm sorry.
Why do you suppose
it seems like she, bro, it really seems like she just acting her ass off, bro, right now.
You told me I killed her.
You don't remember anything?
With that, the detectives no longer gain new information and wrap up their interrogation with Sabrina. While she doesn't deny killing Lisa, she claims to have no memory of the act. However, the detectives have gathered more than enough evidence to charge her with first-degree aggravated murder. What remained unknown in the interrogation was the underlying motive behind the murder.
That's
but
the
that
thing. I want to know the
too was
motive
about to be
behind
revealed in a shocking twist.
When I started to think that there was more to the incident than just a foster child that stabbed her foster mother, was when I went to the wake. When I went to the wake in the service that had an outpouring of support and a lot of tears and sadness by coworkers, and that there seemed to be one person there that didn't seem to have much tears or sadness about it, and that was Kevin.
As Sabrina faced the difficult journey toward prison, few paid attention to the man with the alibi, her foster father, Kevin. In the aftermath of Lisa's death, Kevin displayed a chilling indifference, using the life insurance payout to fund a lavish lifestyle. He paid off his home, bought new cars, purchased a house in Florida, and even took flying lessons. For someone who had lost his wife in such a gruesome way, Kevin seemed to be living large and remained strikingly unremorseful. The detectives, suspecting a connection between Kevin and the murder, brought him in for questioning. When he arrived, accompanied by his lawyer, the detectives informed him that they would question him about his wife's work.
Kevin, do you know anything that was happening at the house the night before you left for work that night?
Well, hang on a second. We just talking about his wife's work. What's going on at the house the night before is not his wife's work.
Okay. Where does your wife work at?
County Children's Services.
What does she do there?
She was a social worker for the children's section.
Were you and Lisa in the process of going through a divorce?
No matter how hard the detectives tried to steer the questioning toward the murder, Kevin's lawyer repeatedly intervened to stop them. Even with the most basic inquiries, the lawyer blocked their progress at every turn. However, Sabrina eventually cooperated with investigators, leading to Kevin's indictment nearly 6 months after the murder in August 2013. She agreed to speak with a prosecutor through a process known as a proffer, where Sabrina would openly confess the motive behind the murder.
14, 15
This
years
was
ago?
the first step before entering a plea agreement.
12 years ago.
It was
Where the
revealed
fuck I
that
get
Kevin had
14 and
masterminded the
13,
crime,
15?
and there were
Where the
over
fuck I get that from?
1,500 messages exchanged between him and Sabrina, many of which were disturbingly simple.
Was Kevin Knaefel my foster father? It was Kevin's idea, and it was talked about after we were having relations, and him and Lisa were having problems in marriage. He wanted to get a divorce, but Haley, which is a 3-year-old daughter of his and her, was in the picture, and he wanted full custody. She would get custody, or it would be shared, and he didn't want that happening. So the alternative was for this to happen.
When was it, after you started to live there on a daily basis, that your relationship with Kevin changed? When did this make you start to change?
It all started not with, but with massages, because he was a truck driver and his legs would cramp, so it was inner thigh. Then it progressively got into.
We've got passion, we've got determination. Like, and if we set our sights on something, you better believe it's happening.
What the fuck? Okay, so there's no relations between them. All right, thank God. Okay, but you made your foster daughter kill your wife. You made your that is so creepy. I see the fucking face right there. But you made your foster daughter kill your wife in order to have custody of your daughter. That shit, bro, what the fuck? And why at the funeral you wasn't like, nigga, at least like act sad or something? Not condoning on what the fuck on this, but like, if you planned this shit out or whatever with whatever, and like you was like, that shit's crazy. You was fucking your own foster daughter. That's wow. That's insane. I ain't gonna lie. That's insane, bro. I ain't gonna cap. But it go as far as to have her kill your wife is diabolical, bro. I don't know who thought of some shit like that. Bro, I think you like the first ever motherfucker to think of some shit like this. Because I never thought of no shit like this. I never heard no shit like this. Like, what the fuck? Give me your you there, bro.
Does he ever tell you, hey, you can't tell anybody about
this?
this?
Fucking wild, bro.
All the time.
Did he say what would happen if you told
Then you'd be taken out of my care and I could lose my foster parent license.
What did you say in response to that?
I would never do that.
Okay.
Tell on him.
Sabrina asserts that Kevin began a relationship with her when she was 17 and
go the fuck to jail. 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 I wanted to know how old she was for the fucking longest. So she was 17. So now she's like what? It was 20. That was what, 2013. She older than me. I know that. But nigga, you need to go to jail. Take this nigga to jail too. Take this nigga to jail. This wild, weird ass nigga, bro. What the fuck is wrong with this nigga, bro?
quickly progressed to where they were together whenever Lisa and her daughter were away from home.
What was his relationship to you?
It was when a foster father when needed to be, and when a lover when not being a foster father.
Sabrina admits that Kevin started discussing plans to have his wife killed and revealed that he had $785,000 in life insurance policies on Lisa.
Can you describe for us or give us an idea of exactly the statements that Mr. Knaefel made to you about his wife being gone?
She would be worth more dead than alive.
Did you engage in any other activity with the defendant about that topic at that time?
Yes.
And what happened?
About how to kill her.
Why did you do that?
Because I was doing what I was told to do.
Right. And who told you to do that?
Kevin.
And why did you keep doing that?
Because I knew I was already going to jail.
In August 2014, Sabrina pleaded guilty to aggravated murder and was sentenced to life in prison with the possibility of parole after 30 years in 2042.
Honestly, I believe Sabrina was a victim over and over again. She was used in regards to her emotions. I don't think she ever had anyone to love her. And the superficial love that he obviously showed her made her do that terrible act. You know, I know she's aware of her actions, but I think she got caught up and just lost it.
At 12B, this is a situation where both of the victims suffered serious physical, psychological harm. The offender's relationship with both victims facilitated the offense with reference to the murder. Murder, in this case, Mr. Knaeppel acted as part of an organized criminal activity. I concur that I've seen no remorse at any point during this proceeding, either before the trial, during the trial, or up to today. As such, as pointed out, there has been no prior record of the defendant. He has no convictions. He's lived a law-abiding life. In this case, there is mandatory prison time that must be imposed due to the offenses that have been committed and due to the verdict that has been returned. As such, it is the order of this court that Kevin Knaeppel is sentenced to the Lorain Correctional Institution.
On June 11th, 2014, Kevin was found guilty on all 11 charges. 6 counts of battery, 3 counts of complicity to commit aggravated murder, and 2 counts of conspiracy to commit aggravated murder. He was sentenced to life in prison with the possibility of parole after 30 years.
This is 8 years after the initial
Yes,
incident,
sir.
and I believe I have a different perspective now. I'm not a monster. I'm an individual who made a mistake that affected a lot of lives. We're the picture-perfect family on the outside, but on the inside, it was completely different.
Someone knocked her tooth
I was in a
out
very
jail.
delicate state. I was in love with this man, what I thought was love. I was convinced that I was going to lose everything that I've ever dreamed of. This didn't happen.
The foster system holds the potential to offer children safety and love, yet its imperfections often create pathways to tragedy. Was Sabrina acting on her own intent, or was she manipulated by Kevin? Did he actually care about Sabrina, or was there a darker motive?
It really seemed like he didn't really give a fuck. It just seemed like he was just like, I don't know, bro, because I don't know how his mind worked. But to me, it just seemed like he just wanted, like, his daughter and, like, just wanted his wife out the way, for real, on some real shit. But, like, I ain't gonna lie. Like what the inspirational flight said, get caught doing that dirt, they're gonna get you. They're gonna find you. It's 2025. These cameras are everywhere, bro. Cameras are everywhere, and these niggas ain't stupid, dog. On some real shit, you gotta put 2 and 2 together. Technology is everywhere. They're gonna go through that phone. They're gonna check. They're gonna check the text. They're gonna check the call logs. They're gonna check everything. But if you guys like this video, make sure you leave a like, subscribe if you are new, and make sure you check out Real Crime Physiology. The link will be in the description down below. And with that being said, I'm out of here. Y'all stay blessed. Peace.